Hello, Leo. How are you? We're going to do your reading for the week of March 21st. I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Ooh, yes. I feel like there's some good stuff coming in here for you, Leo. I vaguely recall that last week your reading was quite intense, emotional. So we're going to see what we got going on with you this week. I will say that when I was pre-shuffling before turning on the camera, that there were a lot of aces popping out. So definitely some potential new beginnings coming in, right? All right, let's check it out. Be sure to hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. For those of you, look who's at the bottom of the deck, it's you. For those of you interested in a personal reading, you can find that information down below in the description box. All right, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. The 5 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, 10, 10, 10, 2 of Cups, Temperance, 6 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, bottom of the deck. So we have you, we have the Fool, we have the Hierophant. Wow. So, another big week, I feel like. Definitely a new beginning, some sort of new commitment perhaps coming in. Now this could be in a relationship, this could be in a different area of life, but we do have the relationship card showing up here in your first row. So could definitely be some sort of commitment with someone showing up. But I do feel like perhaps there's been some doubt in the past about this. Whether or not having a new beginning with someone new. This could be someone from the past. But there was a question here of whether something could be healed. Look at this. 4 of Cups. Not sure. And then we have the Star and the 4 of Swords. All about healing. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And then to me, this is your energy as well. So, yeah. Questioning whether or not something could be healed and whether or not I want this new beginning. Do I want to commit? Let's see. So last week we have relationship. I really like the artwork on this particular card. For one, we've got this big figure 8 here. So this is talking about really doing a lot of self-reflection, self-care, working on the self, improving. This could be shadow work. This could be, just kind of going through ascension, right? Definitely focusing on your own inner demons, right? With the Strength card, also a number 8. And look at that. She's got the infinity sign tattooed on her arm. So this has been a very challenging experience for you, and then it has pressured your, I want to say, your self-image, but not like your physical image. Like, it's challenged the way that you look at yourself. So it could be that in the past you've had relationships with someone that really held up a mirror, right? Showed you some things that you needed to work on for yourself. That kind of thing. So definitely challenging. But I'm also seeing the butterfly. So there's transformation here. It could be that for some of you, there's a relationship that you've been involved in the past that is transforming. It is changing into something new, right? And then we have the number 9 here, which is the Hermit. So it's caused a lot of self-reflection, even like deep thinking, perhaps even overthinking. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the Temperance. So it does feel like you're trying to find balance. Now there could have been an ending here because we have so many 10s, right? Something has definitely ended. Now, even if that means you're still with someone, a cycle in the relationship has ended. There's been some sort of ending here for sure. We have the 5 of Swords. This has been something that's caused a lot of heavy thinking. I even want to say like some of the thoughts that you've had about this have been quite negative. Not necessarily that you're just thinking negatively about the other person, but it's really forced you to look at the way in which you think about yourself even. It could have felt like something had failed, like you didn't do a good enough job or something. Like I feel like there's a lot of negative self-talk that you've had to work through and you might still be working through, right? But we do have Temperance, so there's healing here, there's balance, and this is all about being patient. Especially with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, this is all about time and patience, having a lot of patience for something. It could be that this has been a very long journey for some of you. But it does, this relationship card does talk about opening to relationship. Definitely being ready or feeling like we're ready for giving it another go, connecting with someone, right? Getting more intimate and vulnerable and connecting with someone. Let's check it out. Now, Leo, I have to say, you showed up strongly in the Aries reading, and I'm seeing some Aries showing up in your reading. So you might want to check out that reading as well, depending on your placements or the placements of the person you're thinking of. With the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Lovers. So definitely a very intense soulmate connection here. Could be with a Capricorn. It feels to me like the desire here is for there to be a long-term stable relationship in which there's equal give and take. It's like you bring certain resources to the table, they bring certain resources to the table, and in doing so you're able to create this tree of life, right, with the 10 of Pentacles. But again too, like, to me it looks like this past in this past week, because I've talked about all these 10s, there's clearly been an ending here. So there could have been a separation involved with you and a very long-term partner. So this could have even been marriage for some of you. Or you might have kids together. But definitely a very strong soulmate connection here for sure. With the 5 of Swords, we have Justice. And the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, there's a lot of stress here about whether to take action in this dynamic. I also feel like for some of you, if you've been contemplating divorce, that's been a very trying situation as well. Again, that same energy of like disappointment, was there failure, you know, a lot of negative self-talk happening here. It does look to me like at some point the dynamic became unbalanced, even if it was at one point, right? However, for some of you, I'm also feeling like if you were to take action, if you were to get out of the head and into your body and take action on something, this this energy of balance being struck is definitely open and possible for you. So if there's been fears, right, that have been keeping you stuck, that's essentially what it is. I also feel like someone here has been probably a little bit flighty, a little bit non-committal, but I do feel like it's because of the injury that happened in the dynamic, right? Because I do feel like there was definitely strong commitment at some point, and it's kind of pushed you or your person out of this commitment, solid commitment energy because of the pain that was inflicted or received or felt, whatever. With Temperance, we have the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like somebody here wants this to be healed, wants to apologize, wants to see things move forward in a more balanced way. I also feel like you're probably in communication with this person. It doesn't feel like you're both totally blocked, if that makes sense. So it feels like there's interaction that takes place with this person. But I do also feel like even if there is communicating happening, and there is, that interaction, it's still guarded. It's still kind of closed off. For some of you, you've been waiting for this person to come forward with a loving offer, perhaps even an apology, right? And it feels to me like there's apologies needed on both sides. There are, in order to keep this justice here in balance, that's why I'm feeling like there's a need for an exchange of reflections on what went well and what didn't go well, right? Okay, that was a lot there. This week we have blessings and thanks, abundant universe. So there's definitely this very, to me this feels kind of like the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Swords. I feel like what's wanted here is growth. I feel like the desire here is to leave the past in the past and move forward into a more positive future here. Whether that means with this person or not, right? Page of Wands. I want to see what this is about. This is like a door opening energy for me. Could be for sure communication. Let's see. We have the High Priestess. And I haven't gone through the signs so far. That's Pisces energy. We have Gemini. We have Sagittarius, Leo. We saw Aries there. Taurus, Capricorn, Libra. Really, we're getting quite a few here. Okay, so interesting. I almost feel like someone here, you know how I was talking about, I feel like there's communication already happening here, but or you're both maybe kind of guarded here. I feel like somebody comes out of that. I feel like somebody really just puts it all out there this week. The Ten of Cups. We have the Tower. And the Strength card. I actually feel like this is a positive, super positive thing coming in here. I'm really specifically being drawn to the rainbow here and here. In these two cards, it feels like this is a positive shift here for you, Leo. And perhaps it's because someone reveals something that they have been being quiet about. They've kept hidden about this. I don't feel like they've kept it hidden like in a deceptive way. But I feel like they've been healing as well. Now this could be you. It could be you deciding to kind of come out about something, kind of reveal. I'll maybe get a couple more cards there because I'm curious about that. 6 of Swords. We have 3 of Swords. So we're definitely deciding to move away from the pain of the past. We want to move into the future. Look at that. And move towards this happy abundance. I really like this. I really like this. It's like this definitive moment where a choice is made or something shifts, where we finally step into, I almost want to say, our truth. Let me get a little more there on that High Priestess and the 4 of Swords. We have the Chariot. Yeah, there's movement here. I feel like someone's opening up about their feelings, or you are approaching them with yours. Definitely take it as it resonates, because we got a lot of fire-water interaction going on here. Fire, water, fire, water, fire, water. So, obviously, this week, if you're not going to open up and express your feelings to someone, I wouldn't be surprised if they showed up and did that with you. So I really like this. Something about this feels big. Like there's been a stuck energy for a bit of time. There's been a lot of patience needed. But I do feel like things take a nice turn in the right direction here. Now this next week we have ambush, fear with your ferocious dream. So it's kind of like getting out of this, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords energy, because you're just ready for the good, right? You're so passionate about the good that you're ready to overcome any of this overthinking, is what I feel, right? We do have the Elephant on this card, which is all about breaking through barriers, right? And it is a 51, which reduces to a 6. So again, strong Lovers energy in this reading. We have the 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's a new beginning on the horizon here after having released the past. So we saw the Fool at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Hierophant. So we're talking like new commitment here, whether this is with someone from the past or someone new. We'll see what we get here when we clarify. Let me get my cards in order here. They kind of went everywhere. Okay. Let's see. Why do we have the 10 of Swords? 5 of Wands. And 6 of Wands. So it really feels like we're just coming out victorious. We're finally closing the door and putting an end to drama, competition, being overly worried, overly stressed. And again, it feels like there's something very healing coming in here. Some sort of very healing communication taking place. And I feel like that gives it like a boost. But I'm also feeling like the two, while they're kind of interconnected, it's two separate events is what I feel like. So I do feel like communication shows up this week. And I do feel like it's like a catalyst to something else. But I feel like there's also another shift happening here. where you're able to close out the past and put a lid on it. And I don't feel like it's because you're shoving it down and it's going to raise its ugly head later. It's almost like there's just this very loving communication here. Perhaps you even talk about some of those pains, but something about what happens this week allows you to just gently close that door and put it to rest for good. So I like that. With the Two of Cups, we have the King of Swords, so some Aquarius here, and the Sun. So you could be dealing with an air sign. But to me, it feels like just being very clear about your own happiness here and what it is, what this ferocious dream is that you're ready to go for, and fear be damned, right? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, new beginning. It's something that you've been... I don't feel like this Nine of Swords energy is current at the time this is presented. I feel like this has been a beginning you've been stressed about for a while. So whatever that is for you, some sort of commitment, because like I said, bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, this new beginning of commitment here, but we've been uncertain if we're healed enough or we're able to heal something with a King of Cups. And there's the King of Cups. So, kind of letting go of those fears. Oh, yes, someone from the past. It does look like you're going to have to decide if this is what you want. But I feel like you do. I feel like you're very clear about what your future happiness is about here. And that's what gives you this ability to overcome these fears, right? I really like this. I like this reading. I hope it was helpful to you, Leo. And I hope to see you for the wrap-up, the March wrap-up we're going to be doing here next week. So I will see you then. Bye.